You were down there. We actually have a picture of you being arrested in Ferguson. Does this in any way, we'll show it, does this in any way change your mind? I don't like seeing you arrested. You're a friend of mine. I would have bailed you out if I knew you were arrested.
Well,
no, you wouldn't.
Really
Get the fuck out of here.
The young people, let them know that I love them, and the Ashley Yateses and Tef Poles and the Alexis Templetons.
All right, how many other names you want to throw out, buddy? Come on, let's get this show on the road.
That little hole in my suit. I don't have a whole lot of suits, you know that, though, brother. But once we got inside, they were very kind, and we were telling them, we want you to be as kind to us, as kind to the young people as you are to us. But back to this case, though, brother.
Yes, thank you.
I think we all have to have a sense of integrity and simply be committed to a fair trial.
Yeah, but
exactly. Fair trial.
In other words,
for both the officer
and people are threatening to burn down the city if they don't get what they want.
Well, but they have to have a transparent process. You can't just keep this thing undercover and then leak this and leak that. We have to have a fair trial to make sure that our dear sister Leslie McSpadden and the others are ensured that the system is proceeding in a fair and just manner.
You've been a critic of Barack Obama. Every election season, this drives me crazy. I'm a conservative. I think we're all children of God. I don't like racism.
You and I agree with that.
And
I think we surprised a lot of people because they want to know, Brother West, why is it that Sean Hannity is your brother? I said, yes, he is my brother. We might agree on 12%.
We were hugging right on the street in New York.
He is my brother. Why? Because we're human beings. We're wrestling with what it means to be human, but at the same time, we can have our disagreements, and it's very real because when it comes to wealth inequality, when it comes to prison industrial complex, when it comes to the plight of our children, we're concerned about it, but we have different ways of going about it. Absolutely.
Let me show a history of Democrats in election years.
Here we go. They're all voting.
I'm going to show you what they're doing this year. Watch this.
Here we go.
When you don't vote.
When you don't vote.
You let another church explode.
Another church explode.
When you don't vote. You allow another cross to burn.
My God, they ran an ad like that?
In Texas, my father was killed.
Wait a minute. This looks like Jim Crow era video.
Oh
my God.
So when Governor George W. Bush refused to support hate crimes legislation, it was like my father was killed all over again.
Oh, James Byrd.
They are in favor of affirmative action if you can dunk the basketball or sink a three-point shot. But they're not in favor of it if you merely have the potential to be a leader in your community. Don't tell me we've got a colorblind society.
They're going to put you all back in chains.
Of the intentionally demonstrated animosity
they gonna put y'all back in chains.
Obama is based on the fact that he is a black man.
Say no to the racist agenda of Chris McDaniel and his
so
Tea
much
Party.
hatred.
All right, that's the past. Here is this election. You got a poster put out, Kay Hagan doesn't win, Obama's impeachment will begin, and it's leaflets that are being put in predominantly black neighborhoods. And the same thing in Atlanta. You can see it right there. You got these two little girls, posters in Georgia evoking Ferguson in an effort to get out the black vote. Does that disgust you as much as it does me? That disgusts me.
But I think, as you know, I have a disgust in some ways with both parties. The Republican Party has always struck me as too mean-spirited when it comes to attitudes toward the poor, and the Democratic Party is too milquetoast. Just too empty in terms of not taking a stand. But we just have to be clear. There's one standard. Stay in contact with the humanity folk across the board. No racist appeals. Willie Horton, right? Jesse Helms. We got both parties.
But every year, isn't this to gin up the black vote, to create a false narrative? Isn't bearing false witness one of those big commandments that we read about?
It's wrong.
Oh, please. Like anybody remembers what the Bible says. They're too busy cheating on their fucking wives.
For a Democratic Party because they
nobody remembers what the Bible says. Come on.
Too many folk
who you think you're talking
about black people. It's a matter of black people themselves bearing all the responsibility and most responsibility as opposed to some of the societal institutions.
Wasn't Lyndon Johnson needed Republicans for the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act?
That was a different Republican Party then, though,
I don't think it's different. It's the party of Lincoln. It's the party of the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act. People like Al Gore's father weren't there.
But Nixon's Southern strategy, he knew, and he was appealing to some of the George Wallace folk to shift from
Are these ads similar to what you condemn in the Republicans?
I condemn both of them. We have to have a higher standard. Where is the integrity, honest honesty, decency across the board.
When are we going to do an event together? I want to.
Where the hell are you going to get that when you're drawing from the American people? Where are you going to get integrity and honesty from? Where the fuck are you finding that? Have you taken a look in these schools and churches? Have you taken a look at these homes lately? Please.
All right.
Are you kidding?
No better speaker than Martin.
We need Judge Dredd now more than ever.
On fire with love.
All right. Good to see you, Colonel. Thank you, Professor. And
that was boring.
Canadian authorities say they were caught off guard by today's attack. Despite there being a terrorist attack Monday in Quebec, we're going to have all the live breaking details, including reports that there has been an increase in terror chatter in recent days. But first, tonight.